US President Joe Biden still stands on slippery ground as more Democrats join the list, calling for him to step aside from the presidential race. The newest addition to the list is Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, who was publicly called for the incumbent leader to quit the race. Sherrill becomes the 7th Democratic lawmaker to do so since Biden's presidential debate performance came under the spotlight. Several leaders of the blue camp have raised concerns over Biden's presidential bid, saying that it could cost the party not just the White House, but both houses of Congress as well. Following the Democrat Senate meeting on Tuesday, Senator Michelle Bennett questioned Biden's ability to carry on with his re-election bid, while also explicitly saying that Donald Trump could win the November elections in a landslide. However, no Senate Democrat has called on the US president to quit the race, and that includes Bennett. Ahead of the crucial caucus meeting on Tuesday, the co-chair of Biden's campaign said that the leader had heard the concerns of his party and that he will be stepping out to do more rallies and interviews. The meeting, which was critical for Biden's future in the presidency, ended with lawmakers agreeing that Biden remains their top choice. However, some senators reportedly needed the 81-year-old to convince them that he can beat Donald Trump in the November 5th elections. Now to take this further, our correspondent Susan Tehrani is joining us live from New York. Susan, good to see you. What is the latest you have for us from New York?
Yeah, as you mentioned, after those two critical meetings with House Democrats and also other leaders on Capitol Hill, it appears that the Democrats publicly are behind President Joe Biden. And one of the reasons for that is it's just too late in the game. Some of them say to find a new nominee. And the second would be that if there was going to be anyone as an alternative, it would be Kamala Harris. But the point is at this point that the president himself just does not want to step down. And it's just starting to look like the party is very fractured. They're not behind their candidate as opposed to the Republicans. So here we are right now. It's no secret that behind closed door Democrats are still concerned. But, you know, what happens in 4 months is still yet to be seen. But as of now, it appears that Joe Biden will be their candidate. And, you know, talk of anyone else is just not a viable solution.
Right. Susan, given the timing and also the constant back and forth that we're hearing every day since the presidential debate, if you could quickly tell us, what does this do to the psyche of the voters? Even if Biden continues or doesn't continue with the Democratic nominee, what does this do that in the long run, given the elections are just 4 months away?
Yeah, it's just such a disservice to the American voter and the public in general to not able to be able to talk about real issues that are concerning everyday voters on the one hand, and on the other hand, give the confidence, at least for those that were thinking of voting Democrat, that the president is up for the task. I mean, he gives interviews after that debate. He's on the campaign trail, and it's one gaffe after the other. There were media reports that his performance was flawless, quote unquote, during that NATO speech, but that was off a teleprompter and it was well prepared. So, you know, it's a disservice, it's a disadvantage. It doesn't make America look good in the international community and the public eye, but domestically as well. It really has played to the benefit of former President Donald Trump.
All right, Susan, thank you so much for getting us all those updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.